And Edward Jasmine attended church services led by their son in Laplace, Louisiana. Pastor Antoine Jasmine noticed his parents looked ill that morning. A few days later, the couple ended up in the hospital as doctors confirmed they were both infected with coronavirus.
This is the last time I saw them was seated here.
Last week, Pastor Jasmine was recording a sermon when he got the dreaded message.
I was preaching and then I got the text, "Your father just passed." And I kept preaching.
2 hours later, he got another message. His mother had also died.
If someone told me your parents are going to leave you, I would have not accepted it. It just was mind-blowing, and still today, it's still shock.
The Jasmines lived their whole lives in St. John the Baptist Parish, which sits along the Mississippi River between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. It's home to a sprawling collection of chemical and industrial.
We're building something here, something important.
I'm not going to let anything change that.
New Orleans and Baton Rouge. It's home to a sprawling collection of chemical and industrial plants. The area has been at the center of battles over air pollution for decades. It's often called Cancer Alley. This tiny parish, with a population of about 45,000 people, has the country's highest per capita coronavirus death rate, according to a data analysis by the New York Times. 569 coronavirus cases have been reported in St. John's, and 47 people have died.
We are dying at unprecedented numbers right here in St. John.
St. John Parish resident Robert Taylor leads a protest of environmental activists. They believe long-term exposure to the toxic air in their neighborhoods has made them even more vulnerable to dying from COVID-19.
We're losing people. I mean, it is terrible. What is it going to take for people to stand up to this?
When you see the list of the counties that have the highest death rate, and all of a sudden you see St. John at the top of this list, is that pretty shocking for you?
I was shocked. The correlation is right. We have a lot of people here who are ill. We are ill because we're under attack. We must stand up to this.
If you breathe it in, these chemicals every single day, it automatically affects your immune system. COVID attacks mostly people with low immune system. Those are the ones that are dying.
Some say residents in the parish were slow to take social distancing seriously to keep the virus from spreading. It's also a parish with high rates of underlying health issues. Tulane University epidemiologist Susan Hassick says more research is needed, that there is no definitive link between the chemical exposure and the high death rate in St. John Parish.
We don't know whether it's contributing 2% of the increased risk or 10% of the increased risk or maybe higher. We just don't have the information that we need at the present time to be able to make that kind of a statement.
Antoine Jasmine doesn't know how his parents' lifelong exposure to air pollution might have affected their battle with coronavirus, but the question will always linger. Ed Lavandera, CNN, Laplace, Louisiana.